I'm on the beach, and I just chose to bring some cards out, and I wanted to do it last night with the full moon, but it was cloudy out here, so I couldn't really, it was not conducive, so I figured this morning I would just try to take a shot of the Gulf of Mexico here, and I brought some cards out too, so let's see how we're going to set this up. Okay, let me see what's the best way. I think that'll work right there, but yeah, let's bring it down a little more. Okay, I think that's going to work for us. So I want my, yes. Okay, so right now I'm working with my Earth Magic, okay, and I brought up my Hawaiian Oracle, which I usually do this deck. I love this deck. It's a very awesome deck, Animal Spirit Guides from the Land of Life, and I love this deck. It's hard to find nowadays, but I'm just going to set this up right now, but I just wanted to bring up the cards that I'm doing. So this is the Earth Magic. This is the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms by Colette Baron Reed. This is Stephen Farmer, and this is by Rima A. Morel, PhD. This is a beautiful deck, okay? But I'll just put the cards over here, but we're going to read from the little books because these are all oracles, and they kind of have a... okay, I don't think that's a feather. Okay. Alright, so I'm just going to pick one card of each, but it's a lovely day here in Florida on the Gulf of Mexico, and I hope that we can hear the waves. Oh, look at this first card in my hand. Okay, wow, that wanted to come through, didn't it? Let's see how much time I have, and then we'll see if we can want to bring forward some other cards. But for right now, I'm just doing the 3-card first, okay? Yes. I chose to get away for a little bit, and I'm going home again today. It was just, I wanted to come out for the full moon, but unfortunately, it didn't really happen for me, so that's how it goes. Okay, just put that there. It's not very windy, but I don't want to take any chances of my cards flying away. Alright, so let's just, I said a few prayers before I sat down, so let's see what comes down here. Okay, that's the card we have right now. Okay? Alright, so we'll just, okay, I think that'll work. Okay, so we have 3 cards. Okay, first card from the Earth Magic Oracle cards. The fairies are here. How sweet is that? Earth Magic. Oh my goodness, and look at this. That's what he calls his deck, Earth Magic. Now, that's the first time. I've had this deck a long time as well. And this is the first time I can say I put that together. Okay. So he calls the fairies Earth Magic. And I had a story to talk about the fairies, but I'm not going to do it right now. But something that happened to me, actually, in that rental home. But I'm not going to go there right now. Okay, so hold on. Let's just continue and see what else we come for. Okay. Let's see what the Hidden Realms have to say. The Hopper. This is a cool card again. The Spirit Communication. Paying attention. Oh, this is a fabulous card to receive. Number 11 as well. Master number. Oh, yeah. One from seats looking up. Gotta look up, my darlings. That's the theme. We're gonna be looking up. You know, this is definitely a spiritual warrior here. Okay, spiritual warrior right here. We gotta look up. And so much is to come, and you know, it's all about having faith, hope, patience, and trust in all of that. Okay. All right. Well, let me hold on. Let's get the book out. And then we'll read from the Hawk Prince. But these are I got a seagull on Coco right now. Loco. Oh, look at this. Elua, caterpillar. Okay, well that's pretty fascinating right there. You know, I've never pulled this card, ever, 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 ever. So we're going to learn something today, okay? Me and myself included. Very interesting. I have never pulled this card, ever. I mean, even in my own, when I'm doing things by myself. Okay, well let's see. We look forward to reading the caterpillar. Okay, all right. That's very interesting. Okay, so let's go to the fairies. I think this seagull wants to speak louder than I am. Okay, so let's see. Earth Magic. And I brought this deck out because of the full moon. I thought really I would be able to film the full moon, but that didn't happen. It's okay. This is nice. Okay, so here we have the fairies. Okay, the fairies. Earth Magic. Fairies are nature spirits thought to be descended from the early tribes, particularly the Tuatha De Danann, those associated with the goddess Dana, who once ruled Ireland. And there's a lady out there that I've talked to her about that. This tribe was very, very powerful and very interesting. The Tuatha De Danann, if anybody wants to look that up, especially for my friends from Ireland. Okay, those associated with the goddess Dana, who once ruled Ireland, that inhabited the British Isles. Over time, these ancient people were conquered and displaced, and they fled to areas where humans didn't venture, ultimately becoming increasingly smaller and less visible in order to better hide themselves. Fairies have assumed responsibility for the plants and trees, or standing ones, capital S, capital O, or standing ones. They work with earth magic to take care of these beings, and if you ask, they will help you with your garden or yard. That's true. They also have the power of enchantment and shape-shifting. Fairies appreciate it when we show them through our actions that we love the earth as much as they do, and consequently, they bestow a little of their earth magic upon us. You have the same power available to you as the fairies do. It starts with loving the earth through your heartfelt gratitude and appreciation, but more important, through your actions. The fairies can help you reconnect in a more intimate way with the earth, with the Mother Earth, and all they require is your willingness to pay attention to the trees and plant life around you and demonstrate you care. Whether you live in a small space or have an expanse of land, make it a point to be especially attentive to your surroundings and surrounding vegetation. Plant something, okay? Get your hands in the dirt and do so with love and enthusiasm. Every flower, tree, or shrub you are tending is a living being, so treat each like you would a dear friend. Ask the fairies to help you take care of these friends, and you will be rewarded many times over. Okay, and definitely, hug a tree today, my friends. Hug a tree. Okay. Okay. Well, thank you, my fairies. How cool is that? Yes, I like that. Okay, now we go to the hawk prince. The hawk prince, spirit communication, paying attention. And we pulled him straight up, so he's the ally. The hawk prince appears with good news. He flies into your life to alert you that a message is coming to help you manifest your destiny! Exclamation mark. How cool is that, my darlings, huh? Yes, because we're going to have that faith. We're working with the with the righteous ones, the beautiful ones, okay? The Hawk Prince appears with good news. He flies into your life to alert you that a message is coming to help you manifest your destiny. Expect a phone call, letter, email, or conversation that lets you know the next step to take toward your greatest good, or to tell you that you've arrived at an important stage along your path. The Hawk Prince is also the ally for spirit communication. So pay attention when you think you hear something important pop out at you on the radio, on television, or in overhearing the conversations of strangers. Spirit is constantly in dialogue with you. Are you listening? Stay open and expect Spirit to speak to you and show you the way to your prosperity in all aspects of your life. Okay, there we have it. Look up. Look up. That's where Spirit wants you to pay attention to the messages. Okay, so look up. Okay, now we have the caterpillar. I've never received this. This is so strange. I mean, good. Okay. Okay. See, I've never. I don't write in this book. This is a very special deck. It's hard. I don't even know if they make them anymore. But here we have the Elua caterpillar. The challenge is vengeance. The way through its boundaries. The gift penetration. Hikao ke ano. Aole e maki iao, a god in nature, not to be killed by you. Okay, well, this sounds fierce right now. The imagery. The well-decorated Elua prepares to munch, stretching beyond his juicy leaf. Is he about to trespass? There are other caterpillars around. The king of caterpillars must be sure he isn't taking what is theirs. Okay, so this is the king of caterpillars right here. The interpretation. The Elua in the upright position means you have to be sure to stick to your boundaries, which are being challenged by others bent on vengeance. But make sure they also have access to the resources you are controlling. This way, you will develop the true force to penetrate the invisible worlds and create your own loving realities. Kuna, the 11th night of the moon, is a particular good time for you to initiate projects. Okay, so Huna, the 11th night of the moon, so we just had the full moon, so I guess 11 days from now, is a particularly good time for you to initiate projects. Okay, so, and the mythology. Let's see how long this is. No, that's cool. Okay, yeah. Let's read this, because this sounds like it's kind of a deep card. The Elua is inextricably linked to his food, the sweet potato, or uala, one of the most important foods of the ancient Hawaiians. Uala were planted on certain moon days, and every stage of planting had its own chant and ritual. First, the patch, mala, had to be cleared by burning. Then, after rain had softened the ground, it was dug over. When the time came to dig the holes, men would dress in their finery, good loincloths, shoulder capes, and garlands of ilima flowers. The men took their digging sticks and moved forward in unison, digging holes and chanting. The women, also well dressed, followed, singing, carrying bundles of uala cuttings and dropping two into each hole. In a single afternoon, 5 acres could be planted. But there were a few dangers to look out for, including caterpillars. A Hawaiian planter from Kau dealt with the first caterpillar found on his potato leaves in a special way. He plucked the leaf with the caterpillar on it, carried it down to the corner of his patch, placed it on the mound where the sweet potatoes were planted, and addressed the caterpillar as the Caterpillar King of Caterpillar Hill in Kau. Wait. Oh, Kumahi, eat all you want. Leave your excrement for me, the human being, that I may have life and those of my household. that the animals may have food and the strangers that may come to our house. Okay. Okay. The potatoes in the mouths were referred to as excrement. As long as only the leaves were eaten, the growth of the potato tubers would not be interfered with. As a result, there would be enough food for everyone, man and beast, and the caterpillars would not cause famine. Annually at nearby Kiala, Kekua, at the time of the rising of the Pleiades, the sweet potatoes were laid on altars in a ritual to the god Lono. Here in a stone Iwa by the Pacific Ocean, surrounded by sweet potato plantations, Captain Cook was the focus of many hula dances and ceremonies. He and his men shared in the results of the successful sweet potato harvest. Okay, Captain Cook, look at that. He got in on this deal. Okay, now the illumination, and we'll close this reading. Drawing this card means that you are being called to define your own boundaries, the way to deal with caterpillars, and this is true of any unwanted garden visitor, is not to be selfish and kill them, but rather it is to recognize that there is a place for the caterpillar and a place for the human. Animals have their own spirit, which is capable of understanding, so when offered their own food, they are prepared to leave the rest for the humans. Thus, unwanted events such as your whole plant being eaten are averted. Kumuhia, like Loli and the baby eel, is a creature of Ku, but the trick is to grow towards Lono, who brings the rain of compassion so necessary for the growth of the sweet potato. Kumu means the root. Kumu means the root, and Hia, the call. The Kumuhia, in his essence, is a call to the root. When you heed his call, you'll have the penetrating power of Kumuhia, king of the caterpillars, practicing dominion over his own patch and doing no damage to others. Okay, so here we have the king of the caterpillars, and yet there's sort of like he knows his boundaries. Okay, he knows what he can take and what he should not, mess with. And that's kind of like a good way to look at life too, right? Because we should be our king. We should be our own king of our castles, but yet we're not here to just be, dominate others. It's not about that. There's a balance in life, right? There's a balance in life, so let's just keep that balance, okay? But look up, my darling. Communicate with the Spirit. Spirit is here trying to tell us that it's all going to be good. And work with the fairies. So you see, it's like even the caterpillar here and the fairies, they know that it's about, healing Mother Earth and taking care of her, and yet not doing damage in any way. It's a cycle. It's a cycle where, that it's about nature and how nature does her cycle, Mother Nature, and definitely paying attention to communicate with Spirit, because that's where we're going. And we've been talking about on this channel how we're going to go straight to 2018. So let's pray on that, and we're protected always. This is my protection room. So just know that we're all protected on our channel here, okay? Much love to all of you, and I hope you have a nice day. And here we are in the Gulf of Mexico, so maybe we can take a moment and just feel the breathing. And I pray for all of you, my darlings, okay? So why don't we take an exhale out strong, just real strong exhale. Take a deep breath in here. Hold it as long as you can, 10 seconds at least. And breathe the belly out. That's all. You have a wonderful day, my darlings. Ciao.